Gonna take your taste buds to a different planet. All right, I'm going in. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today we are having a lot of a potato party. Do you know what, yeah? I feel like the humble potato is just such an underrated food in the world in general. It's high in fiber, high in vitamin C, high in potassium, high in antioxidants, and it's also the perfect vehicle to add nutrition, flavor, texture, etc. I've been on a huge potato kick recently, so yeah, today we're making 3 healthy, incredibly delicious, creamy potato salads. If you're an OG subscriber and you remember from back in the day, almost 2 years ago, I made this lemon, tahini, dill potato mix with yellow potatoes. So that's the first one we're gonna make. It's probably one of my favorite potato recipes of all time. It's so simple, so healthy, so delicious. Also gonna make my take on a classic creamy potato salad, only healthified and flavor bumped up even more. And then the third one is a peanut butter lime sweet potato salad. You have no idea. Being honest though, the recipes we're gonna make today are actually 2nd, 3rd, and 4th best in the world, because the best one I've ever tried and I've ever made was the Mexican black bean avocado sweet potato one. I made a few videos back, so I'll leave the link to that in the description box down below. No, that one I made was just different level. Make that one as well. That's like my I'm kidding me. Yeah, there is a lot of dill action in these recipes. You know I just live for fresh dill. But if you don't like it, I guess you can... I was gonna say you can switch it for something else, but actually no, you can't. You're just gonna have to deal with it. If you don't like dill, you can f*** off. So yeah, I know I always tell you that I'm the king of many things, obviously tahini being the first one, but I also feel like I'm also the master of potatoes now. The good thing about all 3 of these recipes is that they're actually a lot more delicious cold, so they're great for making a big batch and then you can just take to work, give it to your kids to take to school, or just have straight out of the fridge as a post-workout snack. I think this is the first time ever that I've actually stood up straight in a video. Anyways, let's get into the food. Alright, so here are the ingredients for my lemon dill tahini potato salad. The potatoes I always use for this mix are just little white potatoes, but actually these ones are kind of like yellow flesh potatoes. They're kind of sweet and really creamy as well. You can of course use any white potato that you want for this mix. Got some steamed green beans, got some spring onion, otherwise known as scallion to you US people, lots and lots of fresh dill, using the juice of 2 to 3 fresh lemons, and of course the best part, I've got a beautiful lake of proper runny Arabic tahini. Don't use the clay stuff here. This is when you really need it to be pourable. The potatoes, green beans, spring onions, scallions, lots of fresh dill, a little bit of salt and pepper, limone. One thing I will say is that if you make this mix when the potatoes are kind of warm, it will kind of absorb more of the dressing and it's just even better. And the best part, lake of beautiful, earthy tahini. You best believe I'm gonna lick that bowl. Just a little mix. The flavor in here, guys, you have no idea. I will admit, I went a little bit crazy with the tahini. You don't have to use as much as I did. Yeah, this mix is incredible. It's even more delicious cold the next day, like I said earlier. And actually, my favorite way to eat this is to scoop some of this creamy heaven into a lettuce boat and happily apply to face. Gonna take your taste buds to a different planet. Alright, so here's my take on a classic creamy potato salad, only a million times more healthy and a lot more flavor as well. So the potatoes I've chosen to use here, they're kind of like the red skin potatoes. Again, you can really use any white flesh potato here. They've got a really nice kind of like subtle earthy flavor. All right, everything else that's getting chucked in with this mix. We have some peas, some pickled gherkins. I call them pickled gherkins. I think they're actually called cornichons or something. I don't know. Anyways, so much flavor, kind of tangy, like pickles. A little bit of red onion, some diced carrots, some celery, lots and lots of fresh dill. Now for the creamy element, usually in this kind of potato salad, you would use mayonnaise or vegan mayonnaise. I personally don't like vegan mayonnaise that much, not the ones you get in stores anyway. So for the creamy element here, I'm actually using coconut yogurt. I know you're probably thinking, like, what the hell, coconut yogurt does not go with that mix. It does. This is not the coconut yogurt that tastes exactly like coconut. This is the one that tastes kind of like Greek yogurt. You can use any thick, creamy, plant-based yogurt. You could use soy, but what you're going for is you want to find one that tastes very similar to Greek yogurt. And then we're also going to use a little spoon of Dijon mustard. Celery, carotte, peas, little gherkin things, and the fresh dill. All right, on goes our coconut yogurt. Of course, you can use vegan mayonnaise here if you want. But trust me, this way is 10 times better. A little spoon of Dijon mustard. So there you have it, guys. This mix. Of course, you can kind of play around with the veggies in here, but I do think it's important that you put those little pickle things, the cornichon, and also use some Dijon mustard, whether you're using like Vegenaise or coconut yogurt or another plant-based yogurt. That really kind of like lifts the flavor and intensity here. But it's so good. It's just so good. Such a healthy, complete meal, perfect for a lunchbox or just to send down the chute whenever, to be quite honest. All right, I'm going in. Cheers. Alright, so for our third and final healthy, creamy potato mix, got some nice squishy roasted sweet potato chunks. Just roasted these in the oven with some salt and pepper. I would never usually skin sweet potatoes, but for the sake of this, I kind of want them to absorb some of the dressing, so that's why I peeled them. You can, of course, use white flesh Japanese sweet potatoes too. The green I'm throwing in here, I have got some broccolini. Okay, so this dressing is kind of like a sweet and salty dressing. It's peanut, lime, maple, some spring onions, scallions, and then to garnish this on top, I've got some salted peanuts just for extra crunch and flavor. And then also for a little bit of sweetness, I've got some dried cranberries. I was gonna say that's optional, but actually it's not, because it just takes this to a different level. I've got a few tablespoons of creamy peanut butter, a couple tablespoons of maple syrup. I'm gonna use the juice of 2 fresh limes, and then also a little bit of garlic powder too. And then we're just gonna thin the dressing with water and a little bit of salt and pepper, and that's pretty much it. Maple syrup. I swear limes are always so stingy with me. It's like, I have to really battle with them. A little bit of garlic powder, salt and pepper, water. Perfecto. And now this beautiful lake of kind of sweet satay style dressing. Mix. And some of the peanuts and cranberries. And there you have it. Look at all of those vibrant colors just popping out. That's when you know it's jam-packed with antioxidants and all the good stuff. I must say, out of the 3 salads I made today, this one is actually by far my favorite. The flavor from that dressing, it's kind of like, well, obviously it's creamy, it's salty, it's sweet, it's sour from the lime at the same time. That rhymed. First class flavor, first class nutrition. Anyways guys, cooking with Miles was another epic success. For once I actually planned the recipes in advance and kind of knew what I was doing, so maybe that's why. I mean, you better make all 3 guys, but let me know in the comments, salad 1, 2 or 3, which one tickles your fancy the most. I'm sending you guys so much love, and I'll see you on the next video. Laters.
Satisfy my appetite with something spectacular. Check your vernacular, and then I get back to ya. With diamond like